watching my entitled aunt and cousins' lives crumble, grabbing the popcorn. My grandparents, through sheer grit and determination, built their own business from the ground up. It wasn't an overnight success. It took years of hard work and sacrifice. Their dedication paid off, and the business flourished. Over time, it became a family affair, with all their children and their spouses working there at some point. My mother put in her time and left after about 5 years, as did my uncle. But my aunt, the eldest of the 3 siblings, never left. She embedded herself in the business and the perks that came with it. My grandparents, prudent and forward-thinking, bought 2 houses back when property was still affordable. My aunt, uncle, and 2 cousins, 21F and 26M, have been living in one house rent-free for nearly 3 decades, while my grandparents lived in the other. For all these years, my aunt and her family have been living off the fruits of my grandparents' labor, never considering the effort that went into building their comfortable lifestyle. It's pure nepotism, and I'm not shy to call it out. The dynamic was always clear. The only time my aunt, uncle, and cousins interacted with my grandparents was when they needed money. My grandparents, ever generous, would give in to their demands. This created a toxic cycle of entitlement. Recently, however, things took a turn. My grandparents, now in their twilight years, decided to retire and sell the business. This business was my aunt and uncle's lifeline, the reason they've been living rent-free for almost 30 years, and the very foundation of their false sense of superiority. The shock and outrage from my aunt and cousins were palpable. They always assumed they would inherit the business, never contemplating that my grandparents might want to enjoy their remaining years in peace. The news of the sale shattered their delusions. Instead of seeing this as an opportunity for my grandparents to finally relax and enjoy the fruits of their labor, all they see is the injustice being done to them. Throughout the years, my aunt and cousins lorded their supposed wealth over us, acting like they were our superiors. We received the same financial gifts from our grandparents, but my family chose not to touch ours. We never saw it as our money because we didn't earn it. We respected the effort and sacrifices my grandparents made and didn't feel entitled to their success. Now, with the sale of the business imminent, my aunt and cousins are facing a harsh reality. Without the business to support them, they are likely to go broke and lose everything they've taken for granted. It's a classic case of reaping what you sow. For the first time, they will have to face the real world without the safety net of my grandparents' hard work and generosity. Despite loving my aunt and cousins, I can't help but feel a sense of schadenfreude. They've lived off others' efforts for so long, expecting everything to be handed to them without lifting a finger. The tables have turned, and I'm here for it. It's time they learned the value of hard work and self-sufficiency. My grandparents, on the other hand, will finally get the chance to breathe and relax, free from the burden of supporting entitled, self-righteous family members. As I watch their lives go up in flames, I can't help but grab the popcorn. It's a front-row seat to a well-deserved downfall. They've had it coming for years, and now it's time for them to face the consequences of their entitlement and laziness.